fresh video which has now surfaced with regards to that air crash which happened in Ahmedabad. I'm going to bring in Ankit Tyagi, who's getting us that piece of video. Remember, 265 lives, including 241 passengers and several junior doctors and local residents died in that airplane crash. We can see those visuals. In fact, there is a lady there perhaps running away when that entire crash happened, and there were 4 buildings of this entire complex which had multiple hostels. The doctor's hostel, where when this entire plane, when it took off from Ahmedabad airport, the Dreamliner actually crashed within seconds of taking off. The pilot did do a mayday call, but by then it was too late. The plane could not really take off, and we will try and get with speak to Ankit in just a bit. But
well, this seems to be a video from Meghani, which is where BJ Medical College is, and which is where this the ill-fated plane collapsed and crashed. And you can see a woman there trying to save her child, is what we understand. And there is a certain sense of panic. There are dogs that are running around. There are people that clearly they did not understand what really hit them. They don't understand what has happened. Remember, it's also been just a few days after Operation Sindoor. Gujarat is also a bordering state. There was anyway a sense of heightened vigil there, and you can see panic amongst people there in Ahmedabad, in Meghani Nagar, and this is where the plane that collapsed and exploded into this ball of fire. And now you can see people running around with a sense of panic.
Look at those visuals. This entire Dreamliner turned into a ball of fire as soon as it crashed, killing all 241 on board. There's one survivor, in the miracle survivor, and those who were there in that hostel when the plane crashed also lost their lives. A number of them, almost like 30 people, 30 doctors who were present in that hostel canteen when this plane crash happened around 1:35 p.m.
It seems to be immediately after the explosion, where people don't seem to understand what really has happened, which is why there's a sense of panic, there's a sense of uncertainty, but there's also a sense of fear. You can see them running around, both men and women, and also, there's this one woman who is wailing, and she clearly is trying to save some of her family members. Remember, along with students who unfortunately died in BJ Medical College, there's also the family of a cook and also some workers who were catering, who were working for senior doctors there. They also lost lives of their relatives, but clearly a sense of panic in this video that we have sourced for you. And this seems to be coming from Meghani Nagar in Ahmedabad. Let's also listen to the audio that could be played out.
All right, those are the visuals, the first visuals among many which have surfaced so far in the last 72 hours. We can see a woman running away from the crash site. Of course, she is looking for and trying to understand as to what really happened. Something dropped from the sky is clearly there. Remember, the Dreamliner had taken off, and within 30 seconds, the plane actually crashed. Ankit Tyagi is joining us. Ankit, you have got this this video for us. Explain to us. We can see that entire smoke coming out, the fire still coming out. So certainly, it was within seconds of that crash.
Absolutely. This is the exact time of impact into the building and the inferno which ensued, creating chaos on the ground. The building that you are seeing is the BJ Medical College hostel building, and this is the extreme end. So like we were reporting earlier from the tail which we were stuck at the mess, this is the part of the aircraft which is the front end of the aircraft which came to this very part, the entrance of the BJ Medical College and hostel. Now very quickly, let me tell you what you are seeing in your on the visuals. There are two set of visuals. One, of course, you will see a woman running away, some vehicles also moving away away from that crash site. The other one also shows you Vishwas Kumar Ramesh, the lone survivor of this crash, in fact, walking out. So he was in 11A, that is, largely closer to the cockpit. And as he said, he was sitting on the emergency exit. The door broke and he was able to walk out. And while he is walking out, you will see a big bang and inferno happening, behind him. That tells you that it was just a matter of milliseconds that he was able to walk out before a massive ball of fire, in fact, appeared behind him. You would also see a woman. She is, in fact, one of the women, those who were, they had a tea shop right next to this entire hostel. Her son was delivering tiffin at this moment. Her son, 15-year-old son, is also among those victims. So extremely heartbreaking visuals these, but very important even with the point of investigation as well. So this woman was wailing, trying to get somebody to help her son. Unfortunately, he could not be saved. And on the other hand, you will see Vishwas Kumar Ramesh in that white t-shirt coming out from one of the broken walls of this building, and then just coming out. And you would also see yesterday and day before, we played the audio of the first ambulance driver from 108, the gentleman, the Sikh gentleman that you see in a turban. He's the one who is whisking away, in fact, Vishwas Kumar Ramesh away from that site. So very, very important and dramatic, these visuals of the point of impact, and also what ensued right after that, the inferno and the chaos.
Right, Ankit. Also, talk to us a little bit about, we talk a lot about people who were on board on that day. 241 of them died. But also tell us a little bit about victims who actually lived nearby, including the family of the cook, and also the person, the tea seller that we're talking about. Tell us a little bit about people that you can see in this video. There is certainly a sense of panic that you can see.
Absolute sense of panic, people trying to save their lives. Remember, 241 is the number of the people, those who were on board, who passed away, but there are about 34 others on the ground who died. 4 of them MBBS students, 6 family members of other doctors, those who were staying at the hostel. Apart from that, there are 2, a lady and her granddaughter, the cooks, those who were in the mess.